Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Firefly. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 10 of Firefly. It is very sadly coming to an end soon. I am not looking forward to it because I absolutely love this show and I love these characters. I have grown very attached to them in a very short amount of time, and now I know how all of you feel. And a lot of people have been sending me so many things, like the Firefly comic books and like the book, the Shepherd book. I was gonna say book, but Shepherd book. And hats. I imagine that is going to be interesting when that episode arrives. Looking forward to the message. So just to let you guys know, message received. There's a hat in my future. But this episode's called War Stories, and a lot of people have said that this is one of their favorite episodes. And I think I say that at the beginning of every episode in my commentary, that I'm just like, this is someone's favorite episode, because it is. I think that all the episodes speak to people differently. Like a lot of people were like, oh, I love Ariel, and I loved a lot of things about Ariel. But the betrayal of Jane, and I feel like at the end when Mal is threatening to space him, I don't even think he was threatening. Like a lot of people were like, no, he was 100% going to do it. He was 99% going to do it, because then Jane said the right thing. Was just like, don't tell him what I did, because he knew that he should be ashamed of what he did. And Mal knew that that was big for Jane to admit out loud. I love that he's that captain. He's the I love my crew. I will protect my crew. But if you betray me or my crew, you are no longer part of my crew. And I believe it. I love him as a captain, and I think I was more hurt about Jane's betrayal, not necessarily because of Simon and River and what it says for his relationship with Mal, and like kind of the disrespect, but like I was like so proud of him because I thought he was really trying, like he wanted to do a good job, and he was like studying, and I was like, I'm so proud of you, and like this is great. And then when he did that, I was like, it's still all about the money, which it's fine if it's for the crew, but it was very selfish. And that was very much a Jane trait that has bothered me the entire season. And I'm thinking facing death and having the captain, probably your BFF on the entire ship, like tell you, I don't care, I don't want you here anymore, and was like willing to kill you. That like there should be a lesson that's learned there, and it should hit deep and it should hit hard. So moving forward, I don't know what that means for Jane and the relationship with the rest of the crew, because I don't know if Mal's going to tell them. I almost feel like it would be more meaningful if Jane told them. I don't think that that's going to happen, because, you know, Simon was just like, dude, well, he didn't say dude because that's not the Simon way, but like my version of what Simon said to Jane was like, dude, thank you so much for helping me. I have a newfound respect for you. Even though it was like Jane going, oh, can I get $1? Okay, take these people. You know, like it was very character building for Simon in that moment, I think. And character building for Simon in general, because you got to see him in his element. We've seen him, like, you know, bring people back from the dead. And we never got to really see him in a hospital setting. And it was really cool to see him do his thing. It was very attractive to like see him so confident and in his element and in commanding that whole, I was going to say the room, but it was a very wide open room, which was a very weird way to do that. But like he commanded that whole bed and took care of that patient. And then, you know, of course, lectured a guy about like what he did was wrong and why. And you should know that in your first year of medical school. It's beautiful. I love that for us. I love that for Simon, and I love that moment, and I love that we got more from River and her and Simon kind of figuring out how maybe he can help her, and the amygdala thing, and her feeling everything all the time. And I'm really like excited now that we're getting more information about her story, and we're kind of getting a little bit more depth. And I don't think that we're going to get like in the remaining episodes, we're going to get all of that. But I do think that the movie Serenity, like I've been told that it like ties everything up with a nice little bow. Maybe it's not perfect, but they apparently did a lot to kind of really tell you the story of these characters. And I'm so excited to get to the movie. Sad because, again, I get very depressed when shows are ending. But I feel like this is the one that like I just have to savor the flavor as long as I have it because it will quickly go away. And a lot of people pointed out that the part that they needed for Out of Gas was in the junkyard that Kaylee and Wash were in, and like it's just kind of like discarding this part that they needed to survive in space. Like, probably should take that with you. I think you need extras. Yeah, I really love this show and like how they like kind of played the long game with certain things, and maybe you don't notice it on your first watch. And I'm thankful for all of you guys to point this stuff out for me, so like I can go back and watch and go, no shit. Ha! I love that. That's a sign of good writing and good filmmaking. It really is. So now what are they going to do with the medicine? You can't go sell medicine to poor people. You have to sell it to people who have money. And maybe you can sell it to poor people. I feel like that you have to do the Robin Hood thing and just give it to them. But definitely, I hope that there has been some, I don't want to say improvements, but like that, like they're happier and they're not, I don't want to say desperate for money, but maybe they don't have to go and do a crime in this one because it's war stories. So I feel like let's all sit around the campfire and tell each other about our time. and learn, because especially the people that I know have seen more would definitely be Wash and Zoe. I'm not sure Jane. I feel like he would have walked away from a post had he had one. So definitely not Simon. Maybe Book. Book might have seen a thing or two, and Wash seems still very gentle in nature. So I don't know if he's seen more either. So I'm eagerly anticipating this to see what's what and what we're getting. Okay, guys, let's get into this episode. Super excited, super sad, super excited. But either way, let's get into it.
They take the jobs they can get.
We got word you might have a job for us.
Yes, an exciting job.
Oh, this guy again. What's his name? Niska? Yeah, oh my god, we're gonna deal with Niska again. Yikes.
Shan Yu?
Shan Yu, the psychotic dictator?
Yep.
Somebody mentioned that in the
Fancied
comments.
himself quite the warrior poet. Wrote volumes on war, torture, the limits of human endurance.
That's nice.
Yeah, good story. Oh. Oh, God.
Now we get to the real questions about who you truly are.
I'm sorry, sir.
Interrupting my torture.
Get to heart of matter and always interruptions.
One of our long rangers picked up a reed. Might be Serenity. Malcolm Reynolds' ship.
Shit.
Oh, bring him here to me. Very exciting.
Yes, sir.
I don't like Niska excited.
Now, we get to spend some time finding out about your true self. Tell me,
Shan Yu.
are you familiar with the works of Shan Yu?
Did Book know Niska? How are they repeating the same thing? Oh, God. I mean, I was thinking, like, take a man to the edge and see who he truly is. And, like, Jane, like, almost being discarded out of the back of Serenity last episode, that, like, you found out who he really is. Like, he actually does care what these people think of him. He doesn't want, like, he doesn't want people to know about his betrayal. Okay, now I'm going to have to look up Shan Yu.
The pitter-patter of tiny feet and huge combat boots.
Shut up!
There's nobody sets foot on my boat that I don't meet him.
I do like that they're playing together and like having like a good time.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Now that's a sweaty apple.
Zoe, how come you always cut your apples?
You do?
Her and the captain both.
You know what a Griswold is?
No.
Grenade.
A bunch of apples rained into the trench.
And they grew into a big tree, and they all climbed up the tree into a magical land with unicorns and a harp.
Don't make much noise. Just little pops, and there's 3 guys that kind of just end at the ribcage.
But these apples are healthsome. Good.
Yeah. Grenades cost extra.
Wow, what a horrible story, but damn.
Captain thinks it'll get back to someone. It just caused trouble.
Tai Kung Su Yu Yoda Xing Chao Sai Jin Would the Piku was I ever not asking what the captain thought?
Oof.
Well, I tend to agree with him.
Tend to or have to? I love the fact that you two are old army buddies and you have wacky stories with rib cages in them, but could you have an opinion of your own, please?
Oh.
I thought your plan was too risky.
Then tell me. I am a large, semi-muscular man. I can take it. Don't hide behind Mal, because you know he'll shoot it down for you. Tell me.
Right. Because what this marriage needs is one more shouting match.
No, what this marriage needs is one less husband.
Ooh. Ooh.
Right now it's kind of crowded.
He has a valid point, but damn.
Whoa. May.
I threw up.
I'm sorry, it's a side effect.
The sun goes dark and chaos has come again. Fluids. What am I?
You are my beautiful sister.
I threw up on your bed.
Yep.
You are my gross, beautiful sister.
Definitely my sister.
Didn't Inara express a wish for privacy?
You gotta see who she's got. But he's handsome.
Do you?
He's gonna bring her flowers. Oh, there he is.
Well, he must have respected
Even
the
Book is like, let me see.
I'm Captain Malcolm.
Oh. I don't like it.
We're all clear here, Counselor.
Oh, security. Okay.
We look so glamorous together.
Uh-huh. Jane, you okay, buddy?
I'll be in my bunk.
Doing what exactly?
The ignition sequence is all turned about. I can't even...
I can.
Oh,
I'll get it set.
boy.
Would you wash? We gotta get moving.
Here's a funny twist. No.
No what?
No, sir.
Change the sequence?
Thought I might take this run instead. Me and the captain. I can't stand the thought of something happening that might cause you two to come back with another thrilling tale of bonding and adventure.
Oof.
I just can't
Jealousy
take
does
that
not
right
look
now.
good on you, Wash.
Okay. I'm lost.
Yeah,
I'm
we know.
angry. And I'm armed. So if you two have something that you need to
It's all
work
right,
out.
sir.
So, are we gonna sing army songs or something?
I hope Mal tells him a story as to why him and Zoe are so tightly bonded. It's not love, it's appreciation, I think. It's shared trauma.
I'll learn as I go.
So now I'm learning about carrying.
You wanted to come along.
Stuff legends are so go.
Yeah, didn't expect that, did you, Wash? Oh my gosh! I didn't expect that either.
Now I'm learning about scary.
Is that like Niska's people or is that Alliance people? Okay, Book, get your fitness on. Jane. Make sure you're spotting your man, Jane. 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 God. Oh,
I'll be in my
well,
bunk.
that was... I'll be in my bunk.
Why, what's going on?
He was just gonna go grab his weapon.
None of them's ours.
They take the medication?
This is precision work. From the look of these wounds, I'd say a 54R sniper rifle. Laser sight.
How does he know that?
You do a lot of shooting at the Abbey there, Shepard.
Yeah, no
Rabbits.
doubt.
Whoever did this, they weren't after the goods.
Oh, they didn't take any of it. See, it's good that Wash came along, because now Zoe can find them. If Zoe was along, then no one would be able to know where they went.
Mal, she's my wife.
Huh?
What gives you the right to put her in a dangerous situation like this?
I didn't.
Oh God, Wash.
She ain't here, Wash.
No, but she would have been. I mean, I'm the one that she swore to love, honor, and obey.
Listen, she swore to obey?
Well, no.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't think so.
But that's just my point. She obeys. She obeys you. There's obeying going on right under my
That's
nose.
her captain.
There's plenty of orders of mine that she didn't obey.
Name what?
She married you!
Wow. Enter Niska. Okay, that was... He didn't want them to get married?
Me tomada. Unda.
Yeah. May tomato, true. Yep. I don't. It just sounded like he said tomato. Oh, God!
I'm not gonna say it again. Shipboard romances complicate things.
For who? For you?
For everyone.
Well, what about love?
Oh, God!
This policy you got against shipboard relationships. That's just you projecting your own intimacy issues on everyone else.
Wow. Wow. This is such a great scene.
Could be a lot simpler than that. Could be I just don't think you're good enough for Zoe.
Oh.
I don't give a good goddamn what you think. You never slept with my wife.
Oh, you ever ask her? We've been
Now I
together
want him
for
to
a long
answer.
time before you came along, Wash.
Tell Mal I wish you had slept with her.
Oh, you want me to sleep with her? Would that make you feel better? Imagine it'd do wonders for her, too.
Oh.
Screw you.
Get in line.
Oh, my God. What is this scene? I love it so much, but I hate it at the same time.
Okay, Wash. I'm gonna do it. Wash! First thing when you get back. Listen to me! I'm gonna get me a piece of that.
What a great scene, but damn, I'm sweating, but I was amused, and I shouldn't have been, and I felt sorry for Wash, and there's so much that's going on. Huh. Honey, I'm home.
Should be more than enough to buy back my men.
They are perhaps damaged now.
They were damaged beforehand.
much to you.
Yes.
And to me, they are worth more. I think this is not enough, but sufficient perhaps for one. You now have...
Tim. I'm sorry. You were going to ask me to choose, right? Do you want to finish?
She chose Wash.
A moment, please.
Oh, God damn it.
This money, it is too much. You should have some small refund.
Oh! Holy shit. Oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad. And knowing Mal, that's the choice he would have wanted her to make anyway.
He wouldn't break, Zoe. He kept me from... I wouldn't have made it. Nisk is gonna kill him.
He's gonna make it last as long as possible. Days if he can.
Bastard's not gonna get days.
God, to see Wash just all of a sudden change his mind about Mal.
Take that to the infirmary, put it on ice.
What is that?
You don't want to know, sweetie. Oh.
It's his ear.
Ooh.
We're getting them back.
Book is very serious.
Do you know the writings of Shan Yu?
Oh, God.
They're starting a book club? What are you trying to torture? Trying to torture me?
For you, I have a special machine.
Uh-oh.
Let us see if we can meet the real you.
I feel like you've been seeing the real him. Did they cut his other ear, too? No, they just reversed the shot. Continuity issue.
We're gonna go get the captain.
Oh. Can they do that?
No.
Jane.
You know, there's a certain motto, a creed among folks like us. You may have heard it. Leave no man behind.
So threatening with a tiny ass gun.
What's this?
We're going with you.
If it were any one of us, Captain wouldn't hesitate.
Don't the Bible have some pretty specific things to say about killing?
Quite specific. It is, however, somewhat fuzzier on the subject of kneecaps.
If you're looking for me to talk you out of it.
What?
Let's go get the captain.
Oh, I love this crew.
Yep.
Even Jane.
He's dead.
He's not dead. Not even. Not even worried.
You died, Mr. Reynolds.
Okay, he was dead.
Like the thing to do.
When
Seemed
you
like the
die,
thing
I
to do.
can't hurt you anymore, and I want 2 days at least, minimum.
Oh, that's fucking dark.
That's my man.
You guys better get down to the bay. I'm right behind you, baby.
I love the attitude adjustment that we gotten from Wash in this episode. He understands. He understands their relationship. And he probably has a newfound respect for Mal. Get him, Jane. Not what I thought was going to happen at all. There it is. Oh, I love it. Oh! Book's on it.
Understood.
Okay, then.
Good job. Oh, I love this. And I love that Wash doesn't have any sleeves. Oh! Seriously, Mel? You have energy to do this? Good for you. Oh, it's lovely.
You want to meet the real me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love this. Zoe with her guns, Jane with Vera, Wash being involved with Book. Kaylee. It's okay, Kaylee. Not everybody's meant to kill. Like, it's okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh god. River!
Can't look, can't look.
What?
power in the verse can stop me.
I believe you. Was that her audition for the Sarah Connor Chronicles? Because I get it. Whoa. Oh, God. I was wondering why they showed this earlier with Zoe. Are we going to get an amazing death? Haven't you killed me enough for one day?
Jane, there's something the captain has to do for himself.
No!
Oh.
No, it's not!
Oh.
I'm not mad at it. What happened to Niska, though?
I hear you all took up arms in that little piece of action back there. How you faring with that, Doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never shot anyone before.
I was there, son. I'm fair sure you haven't shot anyone yet.
Ouch. How you doing, girl? Are you scared of her now, Kaylee? She saved your life. Oh, is she cooking for Wash? What? Look at him smiling.
Did you tell her?
Tell her what?
Your husband has demanded that we sleep together.
Really?
What? Mal, come on. No. That was the torture talking. Remember the torture?
I know it's you and I have to get it on.
Seems
I understand.
like
We
there's
have
so
no
much
choice.
chemistry there.
Take me, sir. Take me hard.
Well, something about that is just downright unsettling.
I'll be in my bunk.
We'll be in our bunk.
Oh, hey, free soup.
Free soup. Maybe don't hit him after he's just been tortured for days at a time. I never know what these episodes are going to be about, and when I guess off of the title alone, I like keep thinking like, oh, we're going to get like actual war stories like around a campfire. I mean, something was burning. Flesh. I shouldn't find that funny. That whole scene of the torture, like I know that they were in pain, and I know they were just getting through it somehow, and it was their way of like not giving up any information, even though they gave up plenty of information for us personally. But the fact that like there was sometimes when it was funny and sometimes where it wasn't funny, like there were some truth bombs that were coming out about like, you know, Wash being very insecure about Zoe and Mal's relationship, which I think we already knew was the case, but like the depth of it like definitely bothered him and the bond that they have. But like it's obvious they don't have any chemistry. Like sometimes like you just don't see the other person in that light. And that's exactly what it is. And they work together well in situations because they know how to read each other. And they've been through some very traumatic times together. So like it's not like there's a burning ache to be with one another. They just work well together. And there is that burning ache with Wash and Zoe, and they do work well together, but like you can definitely tell like Wash's insecurity about Mal had been bubbling up for quite some time, and now it had reached the point of like explosion. I really actually liked seeing that from Wash, that passion and like that kind of irritation and that anger and kind of the overall vibe that he gets from their relationship, which 100% isn't true. It's his own insecurity. And it's really interesting too, how the rule about not fraternizing with other people on the ship, that's Mal's rule. And I feel like since Inara's been there since the beginning, there's a reason for that, because he's not telling Kaylee and Simon, like, you guys shouldn't, you know, have a thing. and granted, it would be hypocritical because of Wash and Zoe, but like I don't think it's really a rule that like is strongly enforced. And the fact that it's an existing rule, it's mostly for Mal. So Mal doesn't fraternize with the one person he really can't even have. Like they really can't be together ever, him and Inara. Which, I mean, I don't know necessarily why the storyline of Inara and the counselor was introduced, other than to show that like she does have business aboard Serenity and that she is open to different types of clients. But one, I find it refreshing that it's not just, you know, like the man that walked on that was the security guy. Like I was just like, ooh, like no. And I was actually relieved that it was the counselor. I'll be in my bunk line. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that in the comments, and I didn't really know what it meant until Jane said it, and I was like, delicious, guys, delicious. Like, it didn't ruin anything. It wasn't a spoiler, but it was very... I'm one of you now. I'm one of you now. That was absolutely wonderful. And Zoe telling Jane to go grab his weapon. I was like, well, that's what he was planning on doing. Just not Vera. Oh, what a great episode. I literally thought it was going to be them having flashbacks to wartime. And so he did tell the story about the apples and the grenades. And, you know, you could tell Wash sometimes has a hard time hearing those stories. And it's not even that she's just like reminiscing, like, one, that it's a good time. It was definitely a bad time, but that it involved Mal and him being a captain and being in charge, and her, like, you know, like, it always involves Mal. And you could tell that like he just wanted to rush through the story because he didn't want to hear the whole thing. It had nothing to do with what actually happened. But then hearing that story and just how heavy like the war was on Zoe and Mal, you know that there was a bond created because of all of that. And now there's a bond created between him and Wash because of what they went through with Niska, who is still alive. I'm really bummed about him still being alive. Although his torture guy falling, hitting, and then getting cut in half was just brilliant. I wondered why Zoe looked down there, and I was just like, they showed that for a reason. And then when they crashed through the window, I was like, here it is. Here it is. It's exciting times. Now, I'm glad that you saw Jane buy like real apples for the crew and shared them with the crew. Like, is that enough to make up for his betrayal? And like, they even pointed out like that it, like, they didn't feel good about it. Like, it felt like not good to receive this gift from Jane because it's so unexpected. And it's like kind of like probably his way of trying to pay them back, but like maybe he doesn't know how. And him saying like, you know, this is a crazy idea. They're going to get themselves killed. It's suicide. They shouldn't be doing it. And then him, you know, strapping on Vera and just being like, which by the way, Wash, they're trying to be so manly and so just really trying to show that he's serious business in the little oh, that is such a Wash moment. I fucking love it so much. I'm glad that we got more from Wash and about his relationship with Zoe and saw him with the captain, because I always thought that like that should bother him ever so slightly. I mean, like I would be questioning, you know, someone's loyalty that's like that strong, and that bond that's so strong, not necessarily questioning it, but like wanting to know more about it. Where he didn't want to know more about it, he made an assumption. I'd want to know more about it. Like, I'd be like, tell me everything. And maybe the more information you have, the worse it gets. But I feel like making an assumption and just assuming things and just like, or just saying like, yeah, just sleep with each other already so I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's an idea. And normally I don't catch continuity issues, but I did catch that like they showed like it was obviously his left ear that got cut off. And then there was the one scene where it was obviously his right ear that had the prosthetic on it. And I don't know if they just like reversed, they mirrored the shot. I'm not quite sure. I don't know why they would have had to do that. Like, they don't have to show the prosthetic, or maybe they were like, we really have to show off this prosthetic. It looks good. I don't know, but I just noticed that. I know it's continuity issues like that. Now, couple elephants in the room. Book. Knowing about weapons and what weapon the people on the planet were killed with, and him like fully being like, I can shoot kneecaps. The Bible doesn't say anything about that. Like there's just so many things that are so mysterious about Book. Like even at the beginning with him talking about Shen Yu, and then Niska talking about Shen Yu. I think it's Shen Yu. Shizhu. No. Shayu. Shen Yu. I'm gonna say Shen Yu. And then both having kind of like the same thing about him talking about River being tortured to figure out who she is, and Mal being tortured to figure out who he is. I don't know what mindset that was brought from. Was it alliance? Was it something bigger, something deeper? I don't know, but that just like totally opened up the whole world about Book for me. And then even him like working out with like Jane. And I was just kind of like, okay, I like this because I don't always want somebody who is a preacher to just kind of live in that world. Like he's a whole person, and that's just a piece. And being able to get more of the pieces of Book and like just broadening his character, I absolutely love it. I love the comedy parts of Book, but I really love the serious parts and like where you really get that depth of like, he was a whole other ass person before he went to the Abbey. And I'd love to know more about that. And I think the book that I received is definitely going to tell me those things. But then like, you know, like seeing like River and Kaylee like playing together and like them having kind of like that like, you know, teenage girl moment with each other, I think was really awesome. Seeing Inara and the counselor playing together and not having a teenage girl moment, but a full woman moment there. Fantastic. But then also like River. Simon kind of touched on it that like, you know, the feds are still after her because of a certain reason. And if they just wanted to see how much she could take before she broke, they wouldn't still be after her. They would consider her broken and walk away. She obviously isn't broken. And then we see that she's interesting. Kaylee, I totally get like not wanting to shoot and kill people and being afraid. Because if you've never been in that situation and you're a ship's mechanic and like, that's not a situation you've been in before, or, you know, like with Zoe, Jane, and Book, they have a background. Book, probably an interesting background, but they have a background of being in a firefight. Wash, not so much. And now he does. And now you can see very clearly that he's a changed man. But like Simon kind of like not being able to like really shoot and kill anyone. Good. Like, you know, he took a vow, do no harm. And then Kaylee being like absolutely terrified in that situation. I totally get it. Like she wanted to like help Mal, and it's so hard to go against her natural program. It doesn't matter really what the situation is. But then River, you know, like there's so many situations where she's grabbing her head and she's screaming and she's crying and she's freaking out about a situation. And she comes to Kaylee's aid and she takes the gun and she takes care of business, even though she says, don't look. And it looked like she didn't look, but she was just like she knew where to shoot. And like I said, like that looked like it was an audition for the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Never watched it. My friend worked on it. I feel very bad that I've never watched it. But the fact that she ends up playing somebody who's very much in an action role later on, I can see how that started. But so interesting. I'm loving the progression of her character, even though it's so mysterious. It is unbelievably mysterious. Words are hard. Anyway, it was just like really cool to kind of see the progression of her character in just the slightest bit. Like her having a moment with Kaylee where it's like innocent, and then her talking with Simon and she knows that like something's wrong with her, and that she just wants it to be like how it was in the morning where she could keep the apples down and she was having a good time and the sun was out. And then there's these moments where it gets very dark and she's sick and she knows that she's different, and that's very heartbreaking. But then her coming to Kaylee's aid and having that moment, I think was like big for her. Like, like there's no one in the verse that can stop me now. I think it scared Kaylee, and like maybe I don't know if it's just being scared or if she's also kind of like upset that River could do that and she couldn't. But like, they're gonna have to have a moment, and I really hope that that's in the next episode because I am freaking out, man. This was such a good episode. I get it. I get why every episode when somebody's like, this one's my favorite, even if it wasn't my favorite, I understand why it was. Like this is such a shame that this show ended way before it should have. Man. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. Watch-along format, you will need your own copy. But damn, guys, in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. One, why was this your favorite episode? Because there was so much that happened that you could say why. It could be the Wash Zoe Mal of it all. It could be the River thing. It could be the Jane thing. It could be the Simon thing. It could be the book thing. I mean, really, like, I love and adore Wash. And it was like kind of the first time where I was like, ew, like, don't be a jelly. That's disgusting. But like, definitely Mal being Mal and him being like very steadfast and like, that's who he is. And we known that, but like, this kind of just like definitely proved it. And Zoe, being a fucking boss and going in there and being like, we're not leaving the captain behind. We're going to get this together, and we're well, sure, she was going to go for it. Her and Wash were going to go for it. And then like the whole crew rallying because they know it would be the thing that Mal would do for them. Just there's so many high points of this episode. It was so good. It might have taken place of Out of Gas. I'm going to have to mull it over. Next episode, I'll tell you where it sits with me. Because like right now I'm riding a high. So I just have to like let it settle. I have to feel it. Like I do with every episode. This is such a good show. I am so happy you guys recommended it to me. I am so happy that I am watching it. And I am so like frustrated that something so good exists and there's so little of it. But that's what makes it even that more special and precious. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Oh, but before, I have to show you guys something. So, like, I get, like, the coolest things sent to me. And this is from Bob. And there was actually a note on it that said that I can't read this until after I've watched the movie Serenity. There's a piece of tape on it, and I don't want that tape to be on there. There we go. But he sent me the Shepherd book and the little note saying, don't read this until after the movie. I promise I won't. But I do love that the characters and the visuals that we get are of the people that are in the show, that it's not something that they tried to make differently. But like, look at these, this was sent to me by Ray. But like, look at these comic books. Like look at the I'm just like, I'm in awe of like these covers. Like they're so beautiful and like look at that. They got books freckles. Like, come on. Like, look at Zoe. I don't know. Oh. This is actually the first time I've looked at that and noticed that she had a gun. And Simon with a gun and Wash looking very washy. But like, I'm just like super excited to get into these once the series is completed because one, I don't want any spoilers, but like two, like the fact that people send this stuff to me and they want me to enjoy it and like these are precious treasures to me now. Like I very much understand the show and the depth of it and how it's important to so many people. And the fact that people send this stuff to me and they want me to have it, I think is just delightful and it's amazing and I'm honored. Okay, before I keep crying, I'm going to end this here. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for being so generous. I actually also got DVDs, which I have no idea how I'm going to watch these because I do not have a DVD player or even a Blu-ray player for that matter. But the panels at Comic-Cons and whatnot to watch to see the crew with each other and outside of this, but like the actors and how they feel about each other, about the show, about the story, about their characters, all that. I can't wait to get into that, but I do need a DVD player, which I'm sure I could find one somewhere for really, really cheap. But okay, guys, I can't wait for the next episode. I've heard like so many different things about like the back half of the season and how it's everybody's favorite. And I think the reason is because we start to fall in love with these people. We really do. I know I have. Okay, guys, until the next episode, I'll see ya.